Let us practice tantric chanting to help us meditate like a Jedi. We begin by practicing bliss and letting go in such a manner as to that it feels as if the force itself is giving us a kiss on the top of our head. We require neither belief nor visualization. Let us simply recite the following 6 syllables. Lama come to pay crown. 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 Let us practice the first awareness and let's see here, the first set of awareness and letting go, that is meditating like a Jedi. As we feel air enter our nostrils, silently and mentally we can recite the verb watch. Doing so, will help us to stop fighting against our own sympathetic nervous system. Every time we feel air exit our nostril, we can silently and mentally recite the verb rest that will help us to stop fighting against our own parasympathetic nervous system. Thus, we will find that we are watching mind's antics and resting in its non-graspable nature. Let us, upon the tip of our left index finger, let us rest the great knuckle at the base of our right index finger. Simultaneously, we could touch the tip of our left thumb to the set of creases at the very bottom of our left little finger. During the next 16 inhalations, we can advance the tip of our right thumb across our right fingers, creases and tips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Having accumulated our first collection, our first set of 16 inhalations on our right hand, on our left hand we can keep track of that by advancing our left thumb up to its little finger's second set of creases. It's not our job to pick and choose what we perceive, emote, intend, reason, recall, or imagine. It's our job to simply watch and rest in harmony with our breathing. Let us exercise the courage to be vulnerable to whatever comes up, whether that which comes up is external or internal, physical or mental, pleasurable or painful, interesting or boring, glorious or grotesque. Let us practice the first holocron of impermanence and interdependence. I'm going to chant. If you wish to chant with me, it will be easier for you to do that if you go to my profile, go to my link tree, find the link to join me on the Tube app. If you are already on the Tube app, you're right where you need to be. Well done. Rather than indulge your controlling tendencies with all follies of active visualization, emotion, magic, and belief, we could just recite these wise words in harmony with our breathing and allow our subconscious to do the heavy lifting. Let us therefore sidestep the rigidity that confuses metaphors for statements literal, and instead relax into the flexibility that savors the chance explaining metaphors as similes. All circumstances or lots and their stressors are appearing, yet what could be as impermanent and interdependent as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into this body or form. Let us divide the silent and mental recitation of this 6-syllable synopsis between our inhalation and our exhalation. All lots melt, into form. Simply by playing with these words, we are inducing our neural pathways to consider change and interdependence. We don't have to believe in it. We don't have to visualize it. Just the power of words. Words have an effect on our central nervous system. All bodies or forms and their stress are sensual, yet void could be as impermanent and interdependent, as if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into this communication or speech. All forms melt into speech. All interpersonal speech and the stresses surrounding, resounding and void could be as impermanent and interdependent, as if it could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into this mind. All speech melts into mind. So, in addition to bringing our experience of the mental into the path of impermanence and interdependence, we're also going to elaborate upon the concept of emptiness. All lucid perceiving, emoting, intending, thinking, recalling, and imagining minds and the stresses. Lucid yet void could be as impermanent and interdependent. As if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could delightfully absorb into our vast empty void. Like the illusion of the infinite azure sky on a bright and beautiful cloudless morn, which although could look tantalizing to the eye, could feel not graspable to the hand. So, I really feel this needs to be divided, so I'm going to do a quick edit, because apparently that's how I roll. So, let's see here, what we got? Okay. Let's hit this. Make sure this still fits in the screen, and apparently it does. Although now, I can make this a bit larger. And let's go over here. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to make this into 18. See if that fits, see if that is the ticket. It is the ticket. Okay. Copy. Paste. Let's see if we can make this fit. Let's hit insert an accented E and an accented U. I think that's just the ticket. Let's make sure this fits on the page. Wrong button. Let's try this one. Okay. Okay. Thank you for your patience. As if it, let's go, take it from the top. All lucid perceiving, emoting, intending, thinking, recalling, and imagining mods and the stresses. Lucid yet what could be as impermanent and interdependent. As if they could blissfully melt into rainbow light that could laughingly absorb into a vast empty void. Like the illusion of the infinite azure sky on a bright and beautiful cloudless morn, which although could look tantalizing to the eye, could feel not graspable to the hand. All minds melt into void. We come now to the second set of awareness and letting go, that is meditating like a Jedi. We can continue using the tip of our left index finger to support the great knuckle, the base of our right index finger, with both hands in our lap. Simultaneously, we can begin counting sets or keeping track of sets by touching the tip of our thumb to the first set of creases at the base of our right ring finger. On the right hand, just like before, we're going to count 16 inhalations. And as we watch the antics of mind and rest in its non-graspable nature. Let us practice bliss and letting go in such a manner that it could feel like the Force itself is giving us a hug. To do this, we require neither belief nor visualization. All we need to do is simply play with the next 6 syllables. Lama blend with this mind. Lama, excuse me. Lama blend with this mind. Lama blend with this mind. Lama blend with this mind. Let's practice the third set of awareness and letting go, that is meditating like a Jedi. Each time we feel our lungs swell with air, silently and mentally, we could recite the verb watch. Each time we feel our lungs gently, subtly, every time we feel our chest subtly sink as gently we breathe out, silently and mentally, we could recite the verb rest. This time, we're switching gears, and let's see. Let's use the tip of our left middle finger to support the great knuckle at the base of our right middle finger. We're going to keep track of the next 4 sets of 16 inhalations by touching the tip of our left thumb to the lowest set of creases of its middle finger. And on our right hand, we're going to continue to count 16 inhalations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Welcome aboard, Faith. As we breathe in, silently and mentally recite watch. As we exhale, silently and mentally recite rest, if you please. Having passed the halfway mark, let us take a moment to shift gears. It is Yoda mid-morning. Come, let us meditate like a Jedi after about 30 seconds of housekeeping. This is the Dzogchen Sende Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. For more than 30 years, I've harnessed my autistic special interests as well as my ADHD hyperfocus to spend about 8 hours a day, almost every day, studying, practicing, mastering, and reverse engineering the teachings and techniques of each school of meditation so that I can become your personal, nerdy, neurodivergent guide to nirvana. Welcome, my friends, to meditate like a Jedi, which is made possible due to the generosity of viewers just like you. Let us practice the second holocron. Of love and letting go. We'll begin by chanting an explanation of this 10-syllable mantra. Om Amachatare, the swift and courageous. Om Amachatare, the swift and courageous, with Tutare you drive away all fears. Heroine with Ture fulfilling all aims with Soha may all be as beneficial as you. So, what follows should not be confused with superstition. We are not beseeching a real or imagined celestial entity. We are treating Tara as an archetype of ourselves. Tara's mind is lucid yet non-graspable, just like ours. Tara's speech is resounding yet non-graspable, just like ours. Tara's body is sensual yet non-graspable, just like ours. Tara's environment is appearing yet non-graspable, just like ours. So we are treating Tara, real or imagined, as an archetype. And so rather than indulging our tendencies towards duality, we're simply going to use wishing love to stimulate the neural pathways that support our anterior cingulate gyrus, the seat of empathy. That's all. We're just playing with loving wishes in a very energetic manner. So the great irony is that in our first holocron, we used our aversion towards stress to increase our wisdom of impermanence and interdependence. And now we're going to use our avarice for good fortune to multiply our love. That is the irony of the Buddha's path. May all minds of all beings know be as joyfully enlightened as the mind of a real or imagined Buddha, symbolized by a bija, one syllable seed mantra tomotikle drop. For all minds, great wisdom. This is not something we believe, this is not something that we visualize, it's something we recite to stimulate our neural pathways responsible for empathy. That's it. At a time when capitalism rapacious capitalism is exploiting people and planet, I think humanity, all of humanity, needs a whole lot more wisdom. As we breathe in, silently and mentally, we could recite for all minds great wisdom. And as we exhale, we can physically relax as best we can while striving to chant the 10-syllable mantra 4 times per breath for a total of 4 breaths. Now, if this is your first rodeo, give yourself permission to have a learning curve. And do not be shy about typing questions about Buddhist philosophy or meditation. Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Soha, 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 Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Soha. May all relationships, communication, and all speech of all beings now be as peacefully loving as a real or imagined Buddha speech or communication symbolized by this horizontal ten-syllable mantra. For all speech, profound love. Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Soha, Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Soha, Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Soha, Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Soha. To my friends on the Clock app, I would be remiss if I did not remind you that the easiest way for you to participate in this chanting is to poke around on my profile page and find the link to the Tube app, where you'll be able to actually see the text from which I am chanting. This is not mandatory, it's your option. Oh, and by the way, if you're on the Tube app and you're seeing me staring straight at your face right now, you are at the right place. Well done. Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Soha, 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 Om Tare Du Tare Du Re Soha. May all bodies or forms of all beings now enjoy the beautiful health depicted in Buddhist statuary of the blissful body of a Devi or Yadama, an archetype of enlightenment such as Green Tata. For all forms, profound health. Om Dhare Nare Nure Sawa, 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 Om Dhare Nare Nure Sawa. Om Dhare Nare Nure Sawa, 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 Om Dhare Nare Nure Sawa. May all circumstances or lots of all beings now have the safety, great fortune, open. As a Buddha's real or imagined paradise, Pirlando Vanti. For all lots, great fortune. Om Dhare Nare Nure Sawa, 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 Om Dhare Nare Nure Sawa. Let us practice the fourth set of awareness and letting go, that is meditating like a Jedi. Again, we're going to use the tip of our left middle finger to support the great knuckle at the base of our right middle finger, palms up in our lap. We're going to keep track of the next 4 sets of 16 inhalations each in the following manner. We're going to begin by resting the tip of our left thumb upon the lowest set of creases on our left index finger. This is to keep track of our first set. On our right hand, we're going to keep track of the next 16 inhalations. Every time we inhale, we're going to advance our right thumb in the following manner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's dig in. And allow me to remind you, as we inhale, we're going to silently and mentally recite the verb watch. As we exhale, we're going to silently and mentally recite the verb rest. Having completed our first set of 16 inhalations, we can advance the tip of our left thumb up to our index finger's second set of creases. In our compassion, may we long to free all beings from the toxic tyranny of heaven. Hating, craving, and clinging, metaphorically known as the three mental poisons. In all pragmatism, may all liberation of all others be fueled by the three wish-fulfilling jewels of following the Buddha's example, applying his instructions, and cooperating with his students. Having sat for the better part of an hour, we might find it refreshing to conversationally recite the 8-syllable synopsis. May we free all through the three jewels, while performing geriatric squat thrusts. Oof. Here we go. All right, here we go. May we bring all through the three jewels. May we all through the three jewels. May we bring all through the three jewels. Let's see. Let us seal this mid-morning's practice by together chanting wishes for the preservation of the Buddha's teachings. May each meditation teacher truly understand the Buddha's teachings and practice master as well as teach him generously, lovingly, and wisely in the manner of centered spontaneity. May each meditation teacher spontaneously receive generous patrons, enthusiastic students, as well as devoted apprentices. And thus may many Dharma centers be successfully planted, nurtured, and flourish. You have taken your first step into a much larger world. If you feel that I have earned it, you could give this live stream a thumbs up. You could even help support this channel. In approximately 3 hours, I would very much like to return to lead today's third tantric chanting and effortless meditation. And if you are as geeky as me, may the Force be with you always.